नमस्कार दोस्तों, स्वागत है आपका की न्यूज़ 24/7 में। तो चलिए देखते हैं आज की हेडलाइंस। प्रताप भानु मेहता writes ahead of 2024, BJP's worry within. The BJP is by any measure still in the pole position as far as the 2024 general election is concerned. Prime Minister is more popular than any other rival leader. The party's organizational strength is impressive. Its control over resources and the information order is massive, and the significant communal shift in Indian policies given it a large committed base. It is still an uphill battle to generate widespread excitement for the opposition, despite modest momentum for Congress in a few states. But under the surface, you can see signs of a quiet worry setting in the BJP. A year is a long time in world affairs these days, but there is little doubt that BJP will also go into the 2024 election facing an unprecedented set of political dilemmas. Vijay holds meeting with Fans Association office. Bearers say he will quit films if he enters politics. Amid rumors of his political entry, Tamil superstar Vijay reportedly held a meeting with the officers bearers of his official fan association, Vijay Makkal Iyakam, at his Pannur office in Chennai on Tuesday. The meeting was organized to discuss his future as an actor and a politician, during which he informed the gathering that he would quit moves if he entered politics. He has told us that he will not act in films if he enters politics, and that he will not enter politics while he is making movies. The Hindi quoted a VMA office bearer has saying. According to India Today, rumors are rife that Vijay will go on a Padyatra across Tamil Nadu before the release of Leo. In Shiv Sena disqualification dispute, constitution of undivided party holds central role. Almost 2 months after a Supreme Court directive to Maharashtra Speaker Rahul Narvekar to decide on the disqualification plea that Shiv Sena Uddhav Balasaheb Thackeray had filed against 16 MLAs belonging to the Shiv Sena led by Chief Minister Eknath Shinde, and a week after the Shiv Sena UBT asked the top court to direct Narvekar to decide on the matter faster, the Speaker issued so-called notice to 53 MLAs from both factions on Saturday. On Monday, Narvekar said the court cannot indicate to him a time frame. The court cannot dictate to the Legislative Assembly Speaker a time frame to decide on the matter. Even if it does, I have a right to not accept the notice to this effect. Yes, the court can decide once I take the decision. Both the court cannot order the Speaker and force him to take a decision. US storms. Vermont assesses devastating damage as flood recede. Crews in Vermont are assessing the damage after a storm dumped up to 2 months of rains on the state in a matter of days, triggering dangerous flash floods that submerged home. The state governor said there had been historic and catastrophic flooding. More than 100 rescues have taken place there since Sunday. In the capital city, Montpelier, crews are planning to clear debris and inspect buildings later on Wednesday. Business will also start to clean up. People in Montpelier as well as nearby Berlin have been told to boil their water amid concerns that the flooding may have contaminated drinking water. The picture is similar elsewhere in the states, such as in the town of Ludlow, where the scale of the damage is only starting to become clear as the flood water recedes. I talked to people today that said my house is gone. Ludlow Municipal Manager Bredan MC Namara told the BBC's US partner CBS. We sustained catastrophic damage. We just really took the brunt from the storm. Andrew Molin, the co-owner of a restaurant in the town, told CBS the flooding there was devastating and his business was now a mess, having been flooded. We lost bridges, we lost roads, car went down rivers, the power that was such force it was moving dumpsters that were full, he said. Monsoon tracker. Very heavy to extremely heavy rains predicted in these states today. Check IMD forecast here. The Indian Meteorological Department has predicted heavy rainfall in several parts of the country today. Giving a relief, IMD has predicted reduction in rainfall over Himachal Pradesh, Punjab and Haryana and Chandigarh from 11 July 2023 after heavy rain created havoc. Moreover, Uttarakhand and adjoining areas of western Uttar Pradesh likely to get heavy to heavy rainfall of 115.6 to 204.4 mm on 12 July. Amid the heavy rains in Uttarakhand, IMD issued an orange alert for July 12. Orange alert: Uttarakhand and adjoining areas of western Uttar Pradesh likely to get heavy to very heavy rainfall 115.6 to 204.4 mm on 12 July. IMD shared a tweet. African cheetah Tejas dies in MP Kuno National Park. 7th death in last 5 months. One more African cheetah died in Madhya Pradesh Kuno National Park. On Tuesday, a senior forest department official said the male cheetah Tejas was brought to KNP in Shiopur district from South Africa in February this year. Cheetah Tejas, aged around 4 years, died in KNP due to suspected infighting. Principal Chief Conservator of Forecaster FCCF Wildlife 3S J.S. Chauhan told PTI. Diversity, equality, inclusivity make higher education comprehensive. President Murmu. A 2-day visitors conference hosted by President Draupadi Murmu and visitors of about 160 centrally sponsored educational institutions discussed diversity, equality, inclusivity and wellness in higher education institutions in the country. Representatives and academics from various Indian Institute of Technology IIT, National Institutes of Technology, Indian Institutes of Science, Education and Research, National Institute of Pharmaceutical Education and Research and Central Universities attended the conference along with Union Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan and other senior ministry officials. Ms. Murmu congratulated the institution for discussing issues of equality and fraternity separately and said institutions of higher education were among the most effective platform were promoting the constitutional ideals of justice, equality, fraternity, individual dignity and respect for women. All these dimensions of sensitivity will make higher education comprehensive, she said. China sends nearly 80 fighters jet bombers warship towards Taiwan in 48 hours. China sent Navy ships and a large group of warplanes, including fighters jet and bombers, towards Taiwan over 2 days. The island defense ministry said on Wednesday before its annual military exercise aimed at defending itself against a possible invasion. The Chinese People's Liberation Army sent 38 warplanes and 9 Navy vessels around Taiwan between 6 am Tuesday to 6 am Wednesday. From Wednesday morning until noon time, the military flew another 30 planes, among which included J-10 and J-16 fighters. Of these, 32 crossed the midline of the Taiwan Strait, an official boundary that had been considered a buffer between the island and mainland. Later on Wednesday, another 23 planes crossed the midline. Taiwan is scheduled to hold the annual Han Guang exercise later this month, in which its military will hold combat readiness drills against preventing an invasion. It will conduct the annual WAN exercise aimed at preparing civilians for natural disasters and practicing evacuation in case of an air raid. Russia says Putin's visit to China is on the agenda. The Kremlin said on Wednesday that a visit by President Vladimir Putin to China was on the agenda, adding that now was a good time to build on already strong relationship between the two countries. Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov told a regular news briefing that the date of Putin's trip would be announced when has been finalized. Now is an absolutely opportune moment to maintain high dynamics in the development of bilateral Russian-Chinese relation. The exact dates will be agreed and you will be informed. Dialogue continues at various levels, he said. Russia has further strengthened its economic, trade, political and military ties with China after its decision to send tens of thousands of troops into Ukraine drove relations with the West to post-Cold War lows. Putin and Chinese President Xi Jinping committed to a no-limit partnership just weeks before Russia launched what it calls a special military operation in Ukraine on February 24, 2022. Razorpay launches first international payment gateway in Malaysia through Kurlek. Razorpay has announced the launch of its first international payment gateway for the Malaysian market with Kurlek, now known as Kurlek by Razorpay. In February 2022, Razorpay had acquired a majority stake in Kuala Lumpur-based fintech Kurlek at a valuation of 20 million with an aim to fuel its global expansion plan. The balance stake acquisition was to be completed in 2023. The company currently works with over 700 Malaysian businesses including Tune Protect, CTOS, Codes, Mary Kay and the National Kidney Foundation. The new Kudlek payment gateway will serve more than 5,000 businesses with a target of RM 10 billion, $2 billion in annualized gross transaction value (GTV) by 2025, Razorpay said in its statement. We have always been aware that simplifying payments is a universal problem. We see great potential in C. We recognize the power of payments in Malaysia and what it means for business of any kind and size. We firmly believe that our extensive experience in operating within the diverse and dynamic market of India has prepared us to tackle different challenges and solve the payment problem on a global scale, said Shashank Kumar, Managing Director and Co-founder, Razorpay, India. Row over green school uniform in BJD-Ruled Odisha. A new directive by the Naveen Patnaik-led Odisha government to introduce a new school uniform has come under a lot of fire from opposition party after the design allegedly reassembles the official color of the ruling Biju Janata Dal BJD, a move rival campus said has been done keeping in mind the state elections which are less than a year away. The new uniform has been introduced for class 9 and 10. The circular from the Directorate of Secondary Education had made it compulsory for boys to wear hunter green shirts and pants and holy green colored blazers and pants from the current academic year in all schools. The uniforms will be funded by a state scheme called Mukhyamantri Chhatra Chhatri Paridhan Yojana and will entail an expenditure of rupees 1,000 of 2 pairs of uniform, a t-shirt and a track suit, a pair of black shoes and 2 pairs of socks per student. The district education officer will have to submit a certificate to the Director of Secondary Education that all students have received a uniform and shoes by July 15. The circular read. NHRC notice to Railway Board, Odisha government on Bahanagar train accident issue. The National Human Rights Commission (NHRC) has sought action taken reports from the Chairman, Railway Board and Chief Secretary of Odisha on an alleged violation of human rights of the passengers of the accident hit train due to negligence and failure of railway authorities in the Bahanagar triple train tragedy. The Commission passed this direction on Tuesday after hearing a petition filed by human rights activist and lawyer Radhakanta Tripathi. The petitioner had alleged that many bodies are yet to be identified after 1 month of the train accident. Still, many families are searching for their missing kin who were travelling in the Coromandel Express and Bengaluru-Howrah superfast trains on June 2 evening. Nestle to invest Rs 890 crore in Odisha. In a major boost to Odisha's industrial sector, one of the leading multinational companies, Nestle India Limited, will invest Rs 890 crore in the state. The MNC will set up a food processing unit in Khurda, employing over 800 people. It is one of the 11 industrial projects entailing an investment of Rs 3,266 crore approved by the state level Signal Window Clearance Authority SLSWCA here on Monday. The authority meeting chaired by Chief Secretary Pratap Bhanu approved the proposal of Colored Tone Garments Private Limited, a subsidiary of First Step Baby Wear, the second largest baby wear manufacturer in India, for setting up an integrated apparel manufacturing facility along with 1.2 MW rooftop captive solar power plant with an investment of over Rs 200 crore, providing employment to over 4,820 people. Similarly, Himadri Specialty Chemical Limited, a marquee name in the chemical sector, got approval to set up its chemical manufacturing unit in the state with an investment of over Rs 980 crore. 3 key projects were approved in the plastic sector, including IDVB Recycling Operation Private Limited. The company plans to set up a new unit of recycle PET flakes and recycle per resin products having an annual capacity of 63,000 MT and investment of Rs 318 crore. Purv Packing Private Limited has proposed to set up a new manufacturing unit for plastic caps, PET performs and other allied products having an annual capacity of Rs 1017.70 million pieces with an investment of rupees 152 crore. RDB Rasayan's plans to put up a manufacturing unit of flexible intermediate bulk containers and others allied products with an annual capacity of rupees 6,000 MT with an investment intent of rupees 59 crore. ऐसे ही और न्यूज़ को जानने के लिए जुड़े रहिए के न्यूज़ 24/7 के साथ.